Remember this. Remember what I'm about to tell you right now. Remember it for the rest of your natural fucking life. You will miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You will miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You see, people think that in this industry, it's ready, fire, aim. Right? It's ready, aim, fire. Correct? Yeah. Ready, aim, fire. Ready, aim, fire. Ready, aim, fire. But in this industry, it's really ready, fire, aim. Just like you were in a carnival when you're shooting that water gun until that balloon pops and you win the game. Or you shoot that water gun and the little horsey crosses the finish line where everyone else is playing along with you. Are you perfectly aiming? Sometimes your aim is way off. You just fire and you fix your aim as you go, correct? Right. Yes or yes? Yes. Yes or yes? Yes. That's how it is here. Some of you want to be too perfect. And when you try to be too perfect, it's called analysis paralysis. Write that down. Analysis paralysis. I might be having a couple people in their feelings with this training, but I'm here to call it out. How many of you are obsessed with personal development? I got something to say to you. There's a thing called toxic positivity. Yes. And what that means is that you sit around here, you watch these videos all day, every day, you listen to these audios all day, every day, but you don't apply the knowledge that you are actually learning. You're just dreaming. You're at home, you're doing whatever you do in your free time, you're doing all these hours of personal development every single day when you could have used some of those hours to actually build their business. Don't get too caught up with the fluff. Sometimes, write this down, you gotta skip the fluff and get to the stuff. Sometimes you gotta skip the fluff and get to the stuff. You see, before we were born, we were already fighting to survive without us even knowing about it. All those millions of sperm cells, you were the winner. You won the lottery. And you weren't even born yet. It was already a race to survive. True or true? True. True, true. True. You were already in a race to survive. As soon as you are born, your clock starts. Your clock starts. The only thing guaranteed in life is death. All we have is a legacy that's going to live on long after we're gone. So when we look at our tombstones, we see our birth date, a dash, and a death date. That dash represents what we've done our entire lives. Write this down. This ain't an opportunity. This is a responsibility. This is a responsibility. This is a what? Responsibility. A what? Responsibility. This right here is a responsibility. I hate to tell you this, but you are the chosen one. You are the chosen one to break your family curse. If you drop the ball, you ain't going to score no fucking points. If you drop the ball, you ain't going to score no points. But if you keep shooting, no matter how many times you miss, no matter how many times you fuck up, eventually you're going to hit these buckets. True or true? True. You're going to hit these what? Buckets. We're going to hit these what? Buckets. We're going to hit these buckets. But you have to still taking these shots. Let's talk about what going all in looks like. My goal for you today, I want you to feel like you in my crib. And it's just a few of us. Not a large crowd, but just, let's just say it was like 6 of us. Me, my woman, you see my kids playing around, and it's just us. Fuck the stages. Fuck the bright lights. Fuck all the flashy shit. Me, your brother, your cousin, look at me however you need to look at me. Your nephew, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to tell you what it is. My goal is to get you to the end as quickly as possible. The good end. As quickly as possible. What is the end? Write that question down for you. What is the end? What is the end of your happy story? What is the end of the story that's going to be told about you long after you're gone? We want to make sure your life is a story worth telling. We want to make sure your story is a life worth telling. So what is the end? The end is when you make a passive residual income that far exceeds your living expenses. A passive residual income that far exceeds your living expenses. Also, when your portfolio in the markets, all right, exceeds your life cost. Now let's break down some numbers real quick, because this is what I get passionate about. Because this is the real shit. I'm gonna give you some real shit. I ain't giving you no fluff shit. We're off the clock here, right? Man, you put this event together. This is some ECW shit, not WWE, right? So I'm gonna give you the real. Even if you don't want to hear what I'm saying, you have to hear what I'm saying today. Let's say average person makes $20 an hour. Somebody take out their calculator app, or everyone can follow along with me. Let's do some quick math, because this is very important. I need y'all to see what this is. This right here is a freaking speed booster to the end, to the good end, right? Let's say an individual's making $20 an hour. Realistically, by show of hands, take your job, who's making less than $20 an hour? Who's making more than $20 an hour? Right? So $20 an hour is a good medium, right? It's a good average. $20 an hour times 40 hours a week. What's that? $800 times 52, because there's 52 weeks in a year. How much is that? $40,000. $40,000, right? $40,000. $40,000 times 40 years. How much is that? 1.6 million. So all the struggles that you dealt with your entire life, when you look at your career, when you look at your total career, all your work years, you made $1.6 million. Now think of all the money you made in the last 10 years. How much of that were you able to carry into 2022? So imagine people that's been working for 40 years and ain't got shit to fucking show for it. I want everyone here to have a happy ending before they're gone, right? And unfortunately, money isn't everything, but write this down. It ranks up there with oxygen. Right? It is an absolute necessity. Anybody who said money ain't shit ain't got no fucking money. They look at this, they say, this is a scam. But what is a scam? SCAM. People who are still confused about money. People who are still chilling at mom's. People still cooking at McDonald's. I can go on and on and on and on. Now, 1.6 M's. Can someone tell me what a Chairman 100 makes? A year? Right? On average, man. On average, how much does a Chairman 100 make a year? So it's 1.2 base, but with bonuses, roughly about how much?
About 1. We cleared like 1.7 actually.
Stop playing with that. 1.7. Man-ny's a Chairman 100. Lou's a Chairman 100. Together they cleared 1.7 M's. They defeated life itself in the last 12 months. That's huge. 5 years on the grind to get to this point, or 40 long fucking years. Take your pick. We overestimate what we can do in a month. Oh shit, man, yo, these cryptos is lit. We can kill this shit in the next 30 days. One challenge comes in, you're ready to quit. But if you saw how crazy Bitcoin appreciated within the last 5 years, you will realize that this is a long-term play. People who trade stock and stock options. That's how I started. I started trading stocks and stock options. Mike Schmidt knows. Rico knows. That's how we started. I started trading stocks and stock options. Shit is fucking slow as shit. but once we got into Forex, it was lit. It was lit because anybody from anywhere with an account size of less than $100 could participate. And all you had to do was learn support, resistance, learn some basic indicators, learn some strategies here and there, and forget it. Now you know how to flip $1 into $2. Is it easier to dig for gold with tools or your bare hands? Tools. We already got the tools, so we're not even going to talk about the fucking product. We got the tools in every direction. You go to FRX, we got all the tools. Who's with the Pro Pack right now? DCX. Who's with DCX right now? HFX. Who's in HFX right now? You got your angles. Even with ECX, you got your angles, right? To make a bag. To make a bag to where you can exceed that 1.6 M's within the next 5 years. So if you don't plan on being here in the next 5 years, do us all a favor, get up and walk out that door right now. Because this is about true wealth creation. And wealth creation requires consistency over time. This is not a lottery scratch off. This is not overnight success. This is truly a game of consistency. Right? Now, we rented an Airbnb a few years ago. When we talking about South Florida, right? Yeah. How did the guy make his fortune?
Just trading oil.
Just trading oil. I want you to write this down. I want you to write this down. What I'm about to say next, I want you to write it down. You could literally fixate yourself to focusing on just a currency pair, or just a specific crypto coin, or just a specific strategy. Focus on that one thing and run up the bag. A jack of all trades is a master of what? Nine. A jack of all trades is a master of what? Nine. Right? Focus is important because, write this down, wherever focus goes, energy flows. And what is focus? Focus. Follow one course until successful. Follow one course until successful. People say I'm half retarded. I'll tell you why. Because when I focus, I'm laser focused. Everything else is tuned out. So if you're trying to distract me while I'm in the middle of a call, if I'm in the middle of closing the deal through the text, if I'm in the middle of whatever the hell I'm doing, you cannot distract me. I'm laser focused. It's a gift and a curse. Especially when you got kids running around and, mayhem is about to happen in just a matter of seconds if you're not, But focus worked out for me. And focus would actually help me be able to live the kind of life that I live. And don't get it twisted. There's devils in every level. There's devils where? In every level. So if you can't handle the devils of Platinum 150, you can't expect to fucking handle the devils of Champion. That's a fact. That's a fact, no fiction. This is real. It's deeper than trading. It's deeper than building a business. This is your life. You got the cheat code. You got to make this bread. In this game, you need to have the skills of a firefighter to put out the fires when they arise. And believe me, they arise every single day. Right? But you also have to have the skill set of maintaining your calm, bless you, of maintaining your calm while the storm's going on. So you can stay focused on building. You have to be able to still build through the bullshit. Sometimes you need to change your BS in order to get out of the BS. Change your belief system so you get through the bullshit. And one day, you will go from NFL to NBA. No friends left to never broke again. You go from NFL to NBA. No friends left to never broke again. Right? No friends left to never broke again. Because a lot of people, a lot of people will not believe in what you're doing. Now, if you come from a background and you have a family that supports what you're doing, that's a beautiful thing. But for some of us, the majority of us, here's the daunting truth. Write this down. Your closest people won't support you until strangers celebrate you.
Say it again. Yes, sir.
Your closest people won't support you until strangers celebrate you. And even when you get to that point where you're elevated, there's some people, family members, you be friends, whatever, that when you come around, they feel uncomfortable because they were the people that told you what you was doing was mistake. So imagine how it feels when you have people in my past who think they big shots today, and I pull up with my two Lamborghinis. My two Lamborghinis are out front right now for you to see. I got an Escalade just for the kids. And I got a Benz for the wife when we drive around. And there's still plenty of toys. You need to make more than 7 figures to live the kind of lifestyle I live. And it ain't about being cocky. Because I was the same guy sleeping in the basement just a few years ago. Everyone questioned what was my direction? What am I doing? You know what it was? I wasn't lazy. I just wasn't motivated to do anything until I find something that was worth me being motivated about. They say hard work is key. Value hard work. Yes, I value hard work. But you know what I value more than hard work? Hard work as something worth working hard at. Such as an industry that won't have any kind of limitation to your income. I respect the janitor. I respect the construction worker. They do their thing. They maintain places. They help build societies. And that's cool and all that, right? But unfortunately, they're not really being appreciated what they're worth. Teachers, not really getting paid what they worth. So if I'm a teacher and I'm getting paid a small amount of money, I'm not going to be fucking motivated going to work to deal with these paying ass kids. I'm going to come into work like, all right, guys, open the book to page 7. All right, here's what we're going to talk about. All right, now I'm sit over here, be on my iPhone. You guys read it, do a summary of this and that, and in the class I hear it all, whatever you guys go. You know? Think about it. In the hood, all I saw in the hood was people like me. Black, Spanish, Italians here and there, right? All the teachers were white. And they all coming from Long Island, Staten Island. They all coming from the good hoods, right? And they coming into the hood hood to teach us. Of course some of them are like already looking at us like, I'm teaching these fucking criminals, man. It's crazy. Here's the bottom line. It never stops. That was different levels. I lived in a community where each house was no less than $2 million. All right? I was in a lease to own agreement because I wanted to make sure I liked where I was going to be before I made the purchase, right? Check this out. I locked in a spot at 1.8. Put almost 200 racks down. Locked in a spot at 1.8. December 1st, 12 months later, was the closing date, right? But my team couldn't do it until 2 days after. The house that I was in appreciated in value by another $600,000, right? So on December 1st, 1.8 was like, look, can't do it today, but give me 2 more days, right? Those 2 more days hit. That guy put the house at damn near $3 million. Screwing me up. And then saying I gotta get out in 15 days. And I couldn't believe it. Racial discrimination happens no matter what race you are. Everyone faces it. I'm Puerto Rican, right? But I see white people go through racist shit. You can't come around here because you're white. I've seen that shit personally. We already know my black brothers go through that shit too. And my black sisters. But Spanish people as well. There's some hoods where if a certain group is there and they don't fuck with your group, they're gonna find a way to systemically get you out. Because as you make more money, it becomes less physical, right? But it becomes more of a mental game, more of a systemic kind of game. So systemically, they drove me out of the community even after I got approved to live on one of the houses next door. They found a way to be like, yo, we can't have this guy in here. Why? Because one day a famous YouTuber friend of mine was doing donuts in the community, and it was only like 2 minutes, right? But they used that, they dragged it to do whatever they can to get me out. They were saying, oh, he's running a commercial business there. The hell? Oh, he's doing music videos here all the time, whatever. I wasn't bothering nobody. My woman could tell you that. So they drove us out. You know what we did? You know what we did instead? We got a new crib sitting on 5 acres, a lot of fucking land, some lit shit, and I got a new crib just a few blocks away from that other crib with a boat deck. I got 2 places, and I still got a condo in Miami. So whenever I go to Miami, I got my own shit. And we're turning that to Airbnb. Ask Joe, he's one of my partners, to turn that shit into an Airbnb. So, I'm somebody who is piss poor broke to where I'm at now. And you know what? If I didn't deal with the problems that I dealt with when I was piss poor broke, and I was a kid, born with a silver spoon, right? I probably would have lost my marbles. Right? But it ain't nothing to me. I dealt with the worst of the worst. From the army to prison to the streets, all that, so I finally figured out what my destiny was. So I finally figured out what my destiny was. And my destiny is to help people get to the end as quickly as possible. 1.6 is the end, right? We have all these different avenues to get the revenue to do it. And this is what I wish they taught us. Check this out. I wish they taught us, guys, that a job was really just over your bills. I wish a teacher in the hood told me straight up, you want to make 6 figures? Start a business. You want to make 7 figures? Start that business and work that shit till you get to 7 figures. I wish they taught us this in schools, but they don't. You know why they don't teach you this in school? Because they don't want the competition. Look around, look to the left, look to the right. You're looking at the fucking future digital Wall Street. Yes. Dude, you caught that, right? We're looking at the future digital Wall Street right now. Right? Build a business. You don't got a choice. Build a business, put your money to work for you. By leveraging the academies, you're going to get there. But what going all in looks like is this. If you broke, if you barely have $1 to your name, if you can't even pay your cell phone bill, guess what? I was there too. Get your ass over to Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks or McDonald's, wherever the fuck you can get free Wi-Fi to get people to come see you and you can present to them one-on-one. Ain't no excuse. If you in the hood, like we were when we ran the streets, network marketing, we treated network marketing as serious as motherfuckers sell drugs. Literally, what we were doing, Joey. What you doing right now? All right, be downstairs in your crib for 5 minutes. You go right to them. Yo, look, check out this video on my cell phone. I can send them the video, but it's better to do it in person. Right? Get them locked in and ask them, who can we show right now? All right, let's go. Boom. Now we got Zoom. We didn't have that shit back then. In person is always better. Bring people to events. And here's the trick. If you can't bring people to you, you go to them because they can't run nowhere.
Say that.
If you can't bring them to you, you go to them. So don't be emotional. Remember, emotional intelligence, don't just went through it. You know where people fuck up at? Your prospect doesn't show up and you get emotional and you bash them. Oh, you didn't fucking show up, fuck you, you're not my friend anymore. You're not my friend anymore. What you just did is you just lost the contact. But these contacts lead to contracts. Right? Your job is to be a bridge builder, not a bridge burner. Because every time you burn a bridge, you fucking up the money, bro. You fucking up the money. You fucking up the what? Money. So for people in your organization, people who look up to you as a leader are being emotional and bashing potential prospects because they didn't show up to a meeting, tell them straight up, you fucking up the money. You fucking up your own money. You hear me? Yes, yes.
Yes.
So, don't bash prospects. Don't go to you. As a matter of fact, you go to them. And tell them, if you don't get involved in this business, I'm going to sign everybody up in your family. Your friend that you was thinking about signing up, I'm going to sign him up too, and his fucking grandmother hiding in the closet when I get to her house. Because remember, this ain't an opportunity, this is a what? Responsibility. We got people who can't even see their loved ones anymore. Why? Because they were caught up in a situation that required them to have money, most likely money or time to get them out of it. What do we do with this? We teach people how to leverage this so they can get their money and time back. Here's a big tip: keep the inner child alive inside of you. I'm a big kid. You can ask her. You can ask my friends. Like behind the scenes, I'm a clown. I love my life. And when problems come, guess what? I deal with it because I've been dealing with problems. Everybody got to deal with the problems, right? But I'd rather deal with rich people problems than broke people problems. I'm tired of dealing with problems. We got families to feed. We got people to look out for. Some of the same people who didn't believe in me, guess what, Mom? Your rent is paid. You don't need to pay nothing. Grandma, guess what? You got that crib in Florida? Guess what? You don't need to worry about your mortgage. You good. One thing I realized too, and this goes with emotional intelligence, the people who shit on you, who don't understand you, don't bash them, even if it's family members or friends, because eventually, it's all going to come full circle. And you know what hurts more? Not when you say, you know what, you don't believe in what I'm doing? Fuck you, I'm never going to talk to you again. And then you make it happen, and you see them and it's awkward, and they don't say a word to you, don't say a word to them. You know what's better? When they shit on you, and you be like, all right, no problem, I'm going to do it. And then you do it, because they say fucking shut, and they know, they feel that shit. They feel like, damn, man, I'm stupid for saying what I said. Guess what? Now they ain't going to reap no fucking blessings. You know what I'm saying? Check this out. Write this down. Use your pain to push you until your vision pulls you. Use your pain to push you until your vision pulls you. I'm going to give you some shortcuts to life right now. Consider the source. When people are giving you advice, consider the source. Who was that P1000 that Man-nyy coached yesterday trying to give game to a charity? Who's that P1000? Yellow. Come here, bro. Real quick. Nah, it's okay. So, wait.
Facts, you got me good.
Cameraman. I want you to see him. This ain't to embarrass you, by the way. But this is an important lesson to learn, right? Always consider the source. When your homegirl's giving you relationship advice, and she knows the biggest thotty in the hood, consider the source. When your boy tells you that you stupid for getting involved in a business opportunity, and he don't got $5 to his name, consider the source, right? When people tell you anything, consider the source. When you start to do that, people's opinions matter less. At the end of the day, you can't pay bills with opinions. You have to be qualified to give me advice. So if you give me relationship advice, motherfucker, you better be in a marriage that lasts 10 years. If you're gonna give me money advice, you better be making a bigger bag than me. And that's hard for me to come by these days. Consider the source. I swear to God, it's a hack to life, right? You learned the lesson yesterday, right? Yeah. And the reason why is because you're ambitious, you're hungry, and a lot of times we want to kind of reinvent the wheel, right? We want to reinvent the wheel. But honestly, the wheel was already created, right? I love the fact that you made humble about that. For that, you have one more extra ticket to the West Palm Convention. You give to any team member you want. So a passive residual income that far exceeds your living expenses. A trading portfolio that far exceeds your living expenses. Key to life. Another hack, write this down. Time does not retire you, money retires you. In case you haven't figured it out, a 401k is a trading account. In case you got lost with the verbiage, with the legal language that they give you in these documents, a 401k is a trading account. A 401k is basically a big ass PAM account. That's really what it is, right? The real estate markets. Guess what? When the market's doing bad, real estate prices go what? Guess what? Real estate has a correlation to trading as well. Has a correlation to the markets, to the stock markets, and everything else. The stock market. You know how easy it is to trade the stock market? For those of you that already trade forex, it's actually pretty easy to trade the stock markets, right? All you have to do is look at what Apple, Facebook, and Tesla are doing. They let you know if shit's going to shit in the U.S. market today, or if shit is up in the U.S. markets today. Those are your indicators. Apple, Facebook, Tesla, Amazon.
That's US 30, right?
The big giants, right? Yeah, US 30. US 30, you also have the US Tech 100, which is the NASDAQ, which is the Dow Jones, whatever. We can break all that down, right? But naturally, you'll have these indicators all correlated together. And guess what? If the U.S. stock market is doing bad, what do you think is happening to the USD currency? It's going to shit too. It's all related. It's what I'm telling you. People, they make a big hype. Oh, I'm trading stocks. Oh, I'm trading crypto. Oh, I'm trading this. I'm trading bonds. I'm trading stock options. Right? Bro, it's all related. So if you acquire these skills, you're going to have these skills for the rest of your life. Your 401k, you can easily beat it in the next 12 months. Easy, you can beat it in the next 12 months. A 401k is a trading account. IRA, individual retirement account. That's a trading account. Okay? It's all trading. Even your life insurance policy, your whole life insurance policy, is really one big trading account. When I had a guy made me look at one of my life insurance policies, I was like, wait, so I'm paying all this of premiums, and apparently in the next 30 years, right, I can have access to this amount of money, but it's only not even 10% of all the premiums that I just paid over the course of 30 years. That's a scam to me. I can take more money in the market. Just give me a turn. I can trade myself for the next 40 years, and I'll be way more lit. The guy looked at me and goes, you're really smart. I screwed him on his own fucking game. Trading is the key to everything. The politicians who become billionaires, guess what? They have inside knowledge of what every company is doing. Of course, they're going to be able to get into the markets and trade. That's why insider trading is considered what? Illegal, right? But they do it anyway. They know what companies are going to get lit based on, who's being elected in. They already know. It's all relating to trading. So you get the source I Am Academy, and you get it in a way where it's compliant. You're not being taught no crap. You're not being taught no bullshit. You're getting taught real education, real value that's going to help you get to the end as quickly as possible. But how hard are you willing to go? That's only something you can answer. We can teach you all the skills. We can teach you everything we know. We can teach you the sauce. We can help you analyze every pair, right? Every trading asset, no matter what market class it is, whether it's forex, crypto, whatever. We can give you all the sauce for everything. NFTs, metaverse. We give you the sauce for everything. But it's up to how hungry you are. So if you're hungry and you're broke, you ain't got no time. You ain't got no choice but to make this work. Because I was hungry and I was broke too. I was embarrassed. I was hungry. I was tired. Living in the goddamn basement. Where on a random day, guess what? I see all my homework on the floor being carried by sewage water. All in my room. That was disgusting, bro. When I was living in Jamaica Avenue, that shit was crazy. I never go back to broke. You know why? Because I fear going back to broke. I'm going to keep my ass working. I'm going to keep my ass grounded. I'm going to keep on building good relationships with people. For me to not like you, that takes a lot. That takes a lot. Because I'm cool with every fucking body. And I'm going to say this one thing. I'm going to say this is my last thing, right? When the money comes, eventually, right? Don't lose yourself. I'm going to tell you what Jada Kidd said a long time ago. Change the game. Don't let the game change you.
Period.
As I tell you, there's people, and I ain't going to say no names, that you can literally have a dinner with them, right? Their wives, you and your woman, whatever, and they're just completely disconnected. Like robots. They don't even know how to act normal anymore. Loosen up. You with people. People only act like that shit when they feel like they better than you. But let me tell you something. There's a difference between being cocky and confidence. Write this down. Cocky is when you think you're better than other people. But confidence is when you understand. Confidence is when you understand nobody's better than you. Cocky is when you think you're better than other people, but confidence is when you understand nobody's better than you. It's time to work. I see some familiar faces, and I know they ain't get what they deserve yet because they ain't go for it yet. Fortune favors the bold. Write this down. Another hack to your life. Fortune favors the bold. You want something, you ask for it. And this knowledge was passed down a long time ago by Jesus Christ.
Bold or bold?
Bold. Fortune favors the bold. B-O-L-D. Right? The good book says, seek and you will find. Seek opportunities. Seek knowledge from mentors like Mendo. Seek information from Rob, from Ty, from Joey, from E, from Young, from Man-nyy. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will knock on these doors. Nobody's coming outside the door and saying, who's outside today? Knock on that shit. Knock on that shit. And if those doors stay closed, go to a random wall and punch a fucking hole through that shit and make your own door.
Yeah.
Ask and what? Ask for the clothes. You know where y'all fuck up? Y'all present and y'all don't ask for the clothes. All you did was put on the show. All you did was put on the show. All you did was put on theatrics. Right? I'm trying to get your bread. We ain't got no choice. We are the ones who are breaking these generational curses. People need us. Because if you don't work, bro, there's somebody who follows you, who look up to you like crazy. And because they haven't seen you work, they're not working either. Because the truth of the leader is, they don't do what we tell them to do, they do what we do. Right? There's people here that make too much fucking money. And they didn't have to be here. They showed up. You know why? Because they understand the value that if they show up, the people that follow them are going to show up too. Show up. That is important. Anybody who's not here that made up excuses, their excuses are bigger than their dreams. So let me tell you, what's bigger, your dreams or your excuses? You ready to go all in? Say all in.
All in.
You ready to go all in? Say all in.
All in.
Stand the fuck up. You ready to go all in? Say all in.
All in.
You ready to go all in? Say all in.
All in.
You know what I told God before I close out? This is what I told God. God, please don't let me die until my niggas is calling. I'm done.
Sheesh. I couldn't even get back on the floor until his energy trail left off. It was so real. I was like, did he leave yet? Yo, can we give one more big round of applause? Y'all see what going all in looks like? Yeah. Right? Let's everybody let's refocus on the cigarette. We almost have lunch around the corner. Y'all see what going all in looks like?
Yes.
Y'all see that mindset?
Yes.
Wait.